What the hell is that?
Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Well, I wanted to restart because I don't like that death should not have happened, and I didn't want to cause a void out. Like, I don't know what the hell just happened. I just fell off that ladder. Like, it's supposed to lock me on that ladder, so. Like if I screw up because I screw up, that's one thing. But if like something happens because the game gets me killed, that's another. So. Okay, do we even? Okay, fine. Okay, that works. Okay, now I've lost a weapon. Fine. What the hell? What the?
God damn it.
The...
Hold it.
It doesn't. Okay, well, spoiler alert. He can't technically die, but like. But like that should not have happened. Like if I die because I screwed up, that's one thing. But if the game gets me killed, that's another. That was clearly an example of the game. Man, this corpse is more trouble than it's worth. Okay. Okay, can I carry the non-lethal ones? God damn it! And this corpse thingy. You know, while we're here,
Weapons restrictions lifted.
while we're here, let's see if we can't use her. Jesus Christ. Man, aren't women supposed to weigh like only like 90 or 80 pounds?
Thanks for the help.
Alright. I'm talking about your average woman. What? What kind of zip line is this? It doesn't go anywhere. Oh well. What's it? Okay, what the hell is Chris gonna do against a Metal Gear Solid Rex? What the hell is he gonna do? What does Chris have equipped that would help him against? Okay, Gray Fox would cut his ass in a second. Psycho Mantis would make his head explode. My God, he would be tossed around like a rag doll. Like, what's he gonna do against these giant mechs? Like, he has a hard time dealing with zombies and little monsters. What do you think he's going to do against a 550-ton gigantic weapon of mass destruction? Man, he got bigger things to worry about if he thinks Wesker's such a big deal. Like, no disrespect to Chris. I mean, Chris is cool, but, like, trust me, there are plenty of characters that are badasses in their own world, but once you take them out of their own world, they are complete and utter tops. Like, look, Sephiroth is the baddest man in Final Fantasy, but you take him outside of that, and there are people that will embarrass his ass, and he's not even the toughest character in the franchise. I'm carrying this dead body to somebody in the mountains so that they can study it as for why it hasn't exploded yet. Snake is human, but he's also genetically enhanced. I mean, he does have an aspect of superhuman strength, and, well, Chris only built up a strength to compare with Wesker, and besides, Snake wouldn't even deal with that. Snake is smarter than that. It's like, look, if this is not what he does, he's not gonna do it. Like, Solid Snake has, like, more common sense. Like, look, he doesn't deal with zombies or these BOWs, so we wouldn't even bother. Chris would be stuck in a situation that he is not prepared for, nor has any understanding of, and he can't get out of it. Like, if he finds himself all of a sudden in Shadow Moses, I mean, what's he gonna do? I mean, let's say he gets arrested. Okay, let's say he's kidnapped a ocelot. Like, torture him and ask him, who are you? How did you get here? What are you doing here? And, like, I don't know, Chris might want to, you know, act like the big man, but he'd be like, look, man, I don't know what's going on. I work for the BSAA. And he's like, well, what's the BSAA? It's like an organization that fights, like, bioweapons. Well, we don't have bioweapons here. That's not what we do here. So, again, what are you doing here? Like, it would be such a weird situation. Snake would, like, he'd be like, what's he gonna do? Okay, let's try this again. I don't know what the heck happened with this ladder.
God damn it.
Okay, ladder, what the hell was that about? Okay. Maybe we we just need to walk slowly. Okay, fine. That was weird. Like when you go on ladders, you're typically locked onto them. So like, I didn't even know you could walk sideways on them. I've never done it, so that death was BS. That was the game's fault. That wasn't my fault. Okay, I'm really surprised no one's found. I'm not biased. I like Chris Redfield. I don't like him as much as Leon S. Kennedy, and even Leon S. Kennedy would get his ass kicked. Okay. Okay. Like, you make it seem like I got something against Chris. Like, trust me, Chris is one of the toughest characters in Resident Evil, but you take him outside of Resident Evil, and there's like, okay, put it like this. How well do you think Chris Redfield would last in a franchise like Mortal Kombat? He wouldn't last a second there. Like, he's up against mobsters and demigods and elder gods and all these creatures and all these sorcerers. I'm like, how long do you think he would last? He'd get his ass kicked. I mean, at least people like Sonya and Cassie, they're actually trained and have the equipment to fight against these people. But Chris doesn't have any of that. And let's be honest, Chris is really at his best when he's fighting alongside somebody else. Like, let's be honest. Like, if he were to try to take on Wesker by himself, he'd be dead. Like, the only reason that Chris has lasted as long as he's had against Wesker is because Wesker keeps messing with him. Like, if Wesker had, like, any, like, real brains and just said, you know what, I'm not gonna toy with you, I'm just gonna flat out kill you, there's nothing Chris could do. Like, if...
God damn, it's cold.
Okay, we're almost there. Oh, come on. He has PTSD in lore. Chris was in Marvel vs. Capcom. Don't forget too. Okay, I don't count. Okay, I don't count crossovers. That make no sense. Like, okay, of course you're gonna adapt him so he's supposed to be able to fight up against Marvel superheroes. Okay, yeah, sure, in a fighting game, but like, if we're talking realistically, by video game rules that they have said, not fighting games, because fighting games break, because if we're going by fighting games logic, Dissidia shouldn't exist. Like, I mean, that's my biggest issue with Dissidia, is like how badly they have nerfed the villains. Like, realistically, nobody on the protagonist side has a chance against any of the big top villains in Final Fantasy by themselves. They have been painfully nerfed so that these protagonists have a fighting chance. Okay, we're almost there. Again, now how the heck do you even build a house up here? Yes, I know he gets PTSD. I played Resident Evil 6. I know that. Okay. I feel like an idiot. Someone's been up here, so they obviously built a way to get to where they need to go faster. Okay, and I'm going off. I think I'm slightly off course. Slightly. Like, there should be a turning point over here somewhere. Do I think Chris could do this? Okay, what the hell is Chris do? Why would he want to be a glorified postman? Why would he want to do that? Chris would be like, this is not what I do. Why would I want to do it?
shadow of a man shaped just like me.
I swear, how do you build a house this far out of nowhere? Like, that's my question.
My curiosity keeps me confused.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Lost in here on my
Verifying
own.
ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until
Nothing
departure.
left in
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
And with the rain I don't accept, wash away my sins.
Delivery
Hey, what's up,
complete.
Zach?
Displaying performance evaluation.
Buddy, I just dragged a corpse up a mountain. You better give me like an S or something. How do you do damn? Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Awaiting Cupid connection.
Thermal pad. This area is not connected to the Chiral network, enabling you to see and access other places' structures.
Please proceed into the facility with a cadaver.
With a cadaver?
Good work.
Hardman.
Okay. 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 Chris has never been able to beat Wesker by himself. And mind you, he only was able to beat him with the help of a partner. And mind you, Wesker was toying with both Jill and Chris and could have killed them at any time, but that's Wesker's problem, is like he likes to toy with his people. And mind you, he was about to kill Chris, and then Jill tackled him out of a window when he wasn't paying attention. That is all. Now that's on Wesker's problem. Sephiroth has the same problem. If Wesker would just stop messing around and toying with people, he could have killed Chris so many times in the past. Like, there were so many opportunities. I'm just saying that when you look at Chris's skill set and you put him in a situation like Metal Gear, it's not what he does. He doesn't do stealth operations. He doesn't infiltrate bases like that. And he certainly doesn't perform well by himself. He is used to taking on BOWs or zombies or giant monsters, not mechs or entire armies of trained soldiers or killer cyborg ninjas. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Chris isn't a bad character. He is very, very good in Resident Evil. But that's how everybody is. Some characters are built to work within a certain franchise. Once you take that character outside that franchise and put him in another franchise, he's at a serious disadvantage. Like, realistically, how well do you think he would do in God of War? Realistically, he wouldn't last. Like, what the hell is Chris? What is Chris gonna do against Greek mythology monsters and demons and gods? He's gonna get crushed. He's gonna be torn apart. That's all I'm saying. It is no disrespect to Chris. Chris is an absolute boss in Resident Evil. He is awesome. But none of that means anything when you put him in another franchise. That's why I kind of prefer to not mix franchises. It kind of puts him at an unfair disadvantage. That's all I'm saying. What do you mean Snake lost to Raiden? He's never fought Raiden. What are you talking about? And which Snake are you talking about? Like, when you say Snake, there's Big Boss and then there's Solid Snake. They both go by Snake. So, like, what are you talking about? He lost to Raiden. He's never fought Raiden. I think he would more than likely lose to, like, super juiced up Raiden for sure, okay? You, you think Wesker would win against Greek gods, despite the fact that we have established in God of War that they can only be killed by someone who has godly power within them. Like, that is why Kratos needed to absorb the powers of Pandora's box in order to do it. I'm like, what? I'm like, we've established that's why Kratos has these advantages. He has godly power in him. Okay, let's keep going. We're getting off track.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Well, you certainly caught me with my pants down. Glad you could make it, Sam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to alarm you, but I am what I am. Ah, please lay her down there. Still no sign of them.
You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life. So, while you've traveled to and from the sea an impressive number of times, my beach count is a little higher. 218,549.
Do I think Chris could kill Wesker in Resident Evil 1? Yeah, he probably could, but isn't that exactly what Wesker would want? Like, Wesker at that point wasn't super. He wasn't enhanced yet. That's why he let the tyrant kill him, so that the virus could take over and then he could resurrect. So really, Chris killing him wouldn't that be good for Wesker because that's what he wanted? So
I see myself in that crater. my wife and my child. It's like looking at the shape of my heart. The doctors called it myocardial cordiformia. Mine is an especially unusual case. I have pictures. Care to see Hartman's heart-shaped heart? No, you really should. It doesn't run in the family. You know, I never came to terms with their loss. In the days that followed, I became obsessed with an idea that the beach is real and they are on it. I would induce cardiac arrest, 3 minutes at a time, and search for them, day after day after day.
Also, you could say goodbye.
Quite the opposite. It is said that everyone's beach is different. So what if everyone's afterlife is different too? I find the thought terrifying, spending eternity alone, which is why I decided to find my family and make sure to move on with them.
You mean die with them?
If death would see us reunited, then yes. But the repeated cardiac arrests took their toll on my heart. The muscle gradually deformed. And after a while, they started calling me the beach scientist. Hartman.
No, I would not.
I'm glad we could have this conversation. Oh.
I really hope
A body
shit
that
Sheva
doesn't
comes back one day.
necrotize. No sign of decomposition. It's as if she were still alive. The perfect mummy. An impeccable corpse.
What's wrong?
Where's the other thing you were supposed to bring? Ah, found it. Behold.
Wait, dead man.
It appears to be an umbilical cord. Human by the looks of it, I think. But this was no ordinary conduit between fetus and placenta. It looks more like a BT's tether. And this was Mama's? Yes. A body that doesn't necrotize and an umbilical cord connected to the beach. These are remarkable discoveries, Sam. Enough to set my sore heart racing.
I agree, Gum Gum. I really enjoyed Resident Evil 5.
I apologize if our
I agree.
conversation gets cut short. I must go back to the beach and look for my wife and child. One person, one beach. That's the rule. But I'm the exception. My beach is connected to others, as if it were the beneficiary of a coronary bypass. Maybe this twisted heart of mine made it possible. All I know is that I will find them. Even if my every visit raises new questions, I'll have my answers one day. One day.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
The battlefields. The endless wars you found yourself trapped in. Why do World War-era soldiers wander the beach a century after they fell? Normally the souls of the dead move on. The beach is just a corridor, a place through which they pass on the way to the other side. But if regret, resentment, a fervent desire to remain, if these feelings are powerful enough, they may give rise to an altogether different beach, a collective purgatory for an army of the damned. Clifford Unger. His misery and hatred, combined with your BB acting as some sort of catalyst, have brought these battlefields to our world.
cardiac arrest. Please proceed to a safe location.
It's just a theory.
You think Higgs is pulling the strings? Pulling all their strings?
Ensure you are in a stable position.
I don't know. But evidence does suggest that Higgs
I'm not
brought
sure,
them
Gum
here.
Gum.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Oh, before I forget, I have a favor to ask.
Activating lab security measures.
Could you just relax until I come back? Time stops on the beach, but not in the scene. Rest assured, it'll only feel like 3 minutes to you. We'll continue this shortly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure. I'm not aware of any article.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
No luck. Visit 218,550. Oh, sorry. Where were we? I may be used to the 21-minute cycle, but for a first-time face-to-face meeting, there's just too much to cover in one go-around.
Can't be easy living like this.
Yes. And no. Now that I'm acclimated to it, it isn't especially, onerous. Defecation, pollution, nutrition. Most of life's basic functions fit rather easily into a 21-minute time slot. Sleep is the tricky one. And intercourse, I suppose. Verbal or physical. Not that someone in my position has to worry much about either. Do you read, Sam? Listen to music. Watch films? You know, I keep busy. I have a collection of music, television shows, some very interesting short films, and stories. Everything consumable within a 21-minute window. All from before the Death Stranding, of course. But honestly, the 21 minutes I spend here, all downtime, nothing more. Time spent waiting to go back to the search. My body may be present, but my soul is on the beach. I'm already dead.
I know that feeling. Lost my family in an accident.
Well, I never expected you to open up to me. As it happens, I've read about your circumstances. I lost my family in an accident, too. I was in the ICU having heart surgery, out of town, in the city. When it was clear that I was going to pull through, my wife took my daughter back to the house to collect some things for me. And then they were caught in the void outs. The city and the hospital were spared the worst, but the shockwave knocked out the power and my life support. I woke up on the beach. The people who died in the two void outs were there. What happened? What's going on? I saw my wife and my daughter in the procession. Hey! It's me! Where are you going? Wait! Don't leave without me! No! Don't go! Please, don't go! The ICU's backup generator kicked in, and I was brought back to life by the defibrillator. Exactly 21 minutes after my heart had stopped. And that was the last time I saw my family. It's my damned heart's fault that we were torn apart, but it's also the reason I'll see them again someday. It defines me. I am Hartman. Ever since, I've walked the beaches of others. I follow my family's footsteps for a while, and when I get tired, I return here to continue my research. It's funny though, even when my heart stops, the pain lingers. You have any family photographs, Sam? Pity.
5 minutes to cardiac arrest.
You mind telling me what I'm doing here before you go back to the beach?
Oh, of course. There's a prepper-owned station in this area. Our scientists stationed there are researching material from before the Death Stranding.
What kind of material?
The Earth has a long memory. It's trying to tell a story, one that goes back to the very beginning, one that not even the Death Stranding could erase. The scientists are all colleagues of mine from the earlier expedition. I'd like you to bring them onto the chiral network. Amelie proposed we establish our research posts along this belt. Despite a worldwide search, this is the only area known to contain fossils from the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs died out. The assumption being that the last ones lived here, and here alone. You see, hiding in the Earth, then, are memories of a major mass extinction. Clues that could tell us how to survive our predicament. Certainly, that was Amelie's hope as part of the advanced team when she assigned our backup team here. The past informs the present and aids us in building the future. She was careful to impress that upon us before she went west.
3 minutes to cardiac arrest.
Shut up. I'm putting you on mute. Sometime later, we began to observe unusual activity in the tar belts outside Edgenot City. Vast quantities of tar began surfacing, spreading, consuming many of my colleagues, as well as a chiral way station. The whole incident defied explanation.
You think Higgs is to blame?
I don't know, but we needed that way station. It was essential to expanding the chiral network westward. That's why I'm asking you for your help in building a new one. It won't be much given the handful of equipment we've managed to scrape together. Nothing like the knot cities, that's for sure. But a knot is still a knot. Sam, I want you to use the Cupid to put the scientists on the network, then go to Amelie. Afterwards, we can get back to the important job of researching the deaths.
Don't worry about him, Sam. The air mat floor absorbs the impact. I'll unlock the door for you.
Sam, you heard him. You can grab the order at a delivery terminal. Our ultimate objective in this region is... You should start with the geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devil biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station. A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research and...
Administering shock. Stand clear.
The stratum the team was investigating dates from the end of the...
Apparently the fossils he wants to study are buried deep in... Thermal pad. indispensable gear for cold weather operations, especially useful when traversing snow-capped. Sam,
What the?
I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that
Oh,
antimatter bomb.
what? Another
Especially
one?
any erect.
An antimatter bomb? Great. Damn, that is a lot of gear. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Blood grenades. An antimatter bomb.
Sam, so Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his doom.
It is quite a ways.
Abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
No, not antimatter grenades. I'm carrying an antimatter bomb that we're going to use in order to get rid of, like, a good amount of tar, if I remember
As I
correctly.
mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death and extinction. It should come as no surprise that VTs are sighted here more frequently. Perhaps you recall the models in my lab? Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCoy.
Oh, man. Great. Now you tell me there's going to be a lot of BTs? Wonderful. Alright. No, fastest way is straight up, so that's what we'll do.
Hello!
Hey, you!
Anyone?
Alright, once we get past this pass here, we should be on the right road.
That's a big one. Good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. Oh. Alright, we got 12 more minutes. I'm not sure there's much. Alright. Oh, gosh, damn. Let's stay away. Question: how whack do Hideo store? How whack? Oh, how wacky? Well, it's not whack. They're not so much wacky, but they're complicated. But I enjoy them. But they're not for everybody. It's like Christopher Nolan films. Even those folks can get a little wacky, but heck. The hell? The heck? It didn't work. Oh no. We've got BTs that are immune to my grenades. Ooh, this is new. That's not good. What the hell?
Someone's got cold feet.
Oh.
Gonna throw down?
Okay, well that's a new type of enemy. There. Pointing forward. Okay, well this CT's really pissed off. And now I'm out of here. Holy, my God, these things are everywhere. Oh man, it isn't good. The anti-man bomb's getting damaged. The hell, we gotta run. The hell with this, we gotta move. This is taking too long. Holy shit, damn! Move, move, move. No! Shake it off! We don't have time for this bullshit! Run! Get out of the snow! Get out of the snow! Okay. We're out of grenade. Oh, you bastards! They took off my gun! Assholes! They're like, oh, you want your stuff back? Gotta come back in here. And I'm out of grenades. I don't have... Oh, you assholes. Alright. Okay, with only 6 minutes left, I think this is a good time to end it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Not a lot, but you know, that was 2 hours. So I'm gonna think. Yeah, I'm gonna still keep playing for like another 4 hours after the stream. But yeah, I gotta try to beat this game as quickly as possible so I can get the review up. So I want to thank those who joined the stream and hopefully those that see this after it uploads. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to help grow the channel because that's always important. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.